Good morning, good evening, namaste, and salam alaikum to all. Welcome to Knowledge Management Awareness Week, which is being held from June 13th to June 20th. The reason for having this Knowledge Management Awareness Week is to spread awareness about knowledge management importance, and also to talk about knowledge management standards in this pandemic. So we are going to every day we are going to spend some 10-15 minutes to discuss certain topics which could be relevant to knowledge workers. Today we are going to talk about knowledge management more from the individual perspective. I believe individuals, once they see the possibilities of knowledge management, it's easier for them to translate their understanding and insights into the organizational knowledge management practices. So today we will briefly look at what is knowledge management, and what is knowledge management for individuals, right? Tomorrow we will talk about knowledge constraints, the world of knowledge constraints. Day third, we will be looking at knowledge areas which are common across industries, regardless whether it is hospitality, oil and gas, or IT industries. Next, we are also going to see on the day four how to start a game, and a kind of game programs. Days 5 is we are going to delve into a bit of game architecture and how to develop game solutions. These are all at a higher level, but it will be succinct, and we'll try to cover maximum topic within 10-15 minutes video session every day. Of course, on the 6th, we have the important is, once you know you have made a difference to organization or large, it is always important that we show the return on investment for the management to get complete buy-in. So we'll talk about that a bit in day 6. And day 7th is we talk about the why ISO 30401 is so important at this time of pandemic. On day 20th, we're going to talk about a bit about ISO 30401 game requirements, and we're going to also talk about a bit about certification for interested. So let's start with the important vision of knowledge management. The reason why knowledge management principles or the knowledge management practices we need to propagate and upsell, cross-sell knowledge management practices in this time of pandemic, because we as a knowledge management professionals and information management professionals, though knowledge management IT systems has a huge budget and marketing and sales propaganda to talk about their tools and the services, less has been propagated in terms of knowledge management as a philosophy. So today, this week, probably we'll try to focus more on this kind of practice, how knowledge management could help organization and individuals. A brief view is this pyramid as to how, as a knowledge management professionals, we could nurture our knowledge management economy. So as I see, one of the important from past 20-25 years, most of the organizations are somewhere here. When I say here, Fortune 500 companies, top 10-15 industries or organizations in every industries are doing some game formal game, and there are many industries, many organizations who are doing game in various names and labels. That is well and good, but what I want to really look at is the bottom of the pyramid, the opportunity for knowledge management practices, and also the knowledge management standards where this organization can get benefit out of. So let's see how any organization gets started, or any individual can get started with knowledge management. So all that they have to do is, firstly, if they want to start, they can start downloading knowledge management standards, and then have a read the standards, and then see what about the feasibility. within their work or a specific role or teams, how you could look at it. I'm talking more from the individual perspective, uh, because we will not talk from the knowledge organization enterprise perspective, as the audience are completely different. The CXOs and COs, the decision makers, needs to be involved. But this program or this sessions are for common knowledge workers like us, who day in day out we do various activities, tasks, and we need to complete our projects. So for that, basically, we need our knowledge accessible easily. With this pandemic, the challenge has increased in terms of the physical proximity has really increased a lot. At the same time, working virtually has created more constraints in executing our task effectively. Earlier, it was easy to just turn around and ask your colleague as to how to do this, what step did I miss, or how to ask your manager, or, how do we go about it. But today, with the virtual mode of working, it is becoming the task which was so easy when we used to ask and get it done is getting more prolonged, because somebody else is on a meeting or you're in a meeting, you do not see other person. So it's a bit of constraints which have been cropped up because of this pandemic and the virtual way of working. So with that, I want to kind of really move into the areas. I mean, today in the whole globally, the knowledge management of professionals, the growth or the roles are pertinently prominent in US and UK market. But when you look at various other geographies, knowledge management, the roles are not that are great, right? So it is important for us as a collectively as a knowledge management professional that we spread good use cases about knowledge management. We talk about to our colleagues in other organizations about knowledge management, so that they start take the small step in developing their local or standalone knowledge management, see the value out of these knowledge management systems, and then they could plunge into organizational or enterprise knowledge management. Again, knowledge management needs to see value in terms of if they're investing a resource or they're investing in technologies. End of the day, organization are for profit, so it is important that they really see the value is being created. So with that context, if you look at this pyramid, it's quite clear in terms of there are millions of organizations who do not have formal KM. Then there are organizations, there are some kind of knowledge management with different labels and names. So all they have to do is download this knowledge management standard and look at some of the areas which are missing, and start developing those areas. Once you have those areas, an organization can really look at all the requirements, and they can be ready for the next self-declaration, or the saying that they have got a very well working effective knowledge management system, due to which the stakeholders, you have been able to create value to the stakeholders, or you are able to fulfill the knowledge objective of the organization based on the business requirement. At the same time, once these are fulfilled, then you can go ahead and declare yourself as the ISO 30401 compliant. And if organization who needs further any further certification or any third party auditing, that is also possible. So this is a bit about the kind of how we as a knowledge management professionals we can nurture knowledge management economy. It is essential that our knowledge management growth field grows, and it grows along with digital transformational themes. It goes along with artificial intelligence. It grows with every emerging fields, and knowledge management becomes a critical function like sales or marketing or finance. I would want to see knowledge management as one of the quality lead, as one of these kind of horizontal function which is a must in every organization, at least to start with one role per organization. Probably I want to end this bit video bit by saying that I envision, at least 500,000 organization adopting knowledge management standards formally, or starting knowledge management formally in next 5 years, which would really boost knowledge management economy across the world. It will empower a lot many new, it will open up a new space for knowledge management posts, vacancies. It will also create, there will be demand for knowledge management trainings. There will be demand for knowledge management consulting. There will be demand for knowledge management professional in the organization. So I would suggest that it will have a ripple effect in terms of, once we nurture as a the knowledge management, is going to really help. Of course, the knowledge management IT has developed strongly. Today, what we have is a huge technology-based collaborative systems, which is very good. At the same time, we also need to develop this the knowledge management as a practice as well. If we can, if we have multiple unicorns out of these knowledge management practices, if we have more gardeners on knowledge management practices, I think that would be a day where knowledge management field has emerged in itself from being a niche to a common and a very critical function. Thank you. I think that's a thank you for listening, and that is the end of today's uh, knowledge management awareness part one. Tomorrow again I will come back, and we'll talk a bit more about what is knowledge management and more details. We'll go into more detail and practical aspects of knowledge management. Thank you very much.